the first time in history, more than half the world's population lives in a city. They are the engines of the global economy. And people are the high-powered fuel that drives them. Across the world, the race is on to attract the best, to harness this century's most precious asset, human capital. Dubai, the ultimate modern city. A small fishing port that emerged into a shimmering metropolis. It conquered its climate, built the tallest, the biggest, the boldest. Now this global city on the edge of a desert is reinventing itself again.
For Dubai to continue to succeed in the future, it has to continue to attract new residents, new migrants, new talent.
Now you need to focus on knowledge workers, is the bottom line.
This is a city of over 2 million people. There are more migrants here as a proportion of the population than anywhere else on the planet. They've always been drawn to Dubai for different reasons, driving the city forward.
Every city begins somewhere, whether it's London settlements along the River Thames, or in the case of Dubai, the traders of the creek. So this has always been a bit of a melting pot for the region, and hence the very strong trade and connections that still exist between the people of the creek, the traders of the creek, the dhow boats on the creek.
76-year-old Indian businessman Vashu Shroff was one of the first wave of migrants.
I came 1960, April, from Bombay, costing $1.50, 5 days journey.
He remembers an era long before skyscrapers and luxury hotels dominated the skyline.
That life was very simple life, because we had no electricity, no water, no telephone, no roads, and no sewage, and no municipality.
A time when Dubai was a small town with an even smaller population.
When I came, Sheikh Rashid was there. He used to say, one day, Dubai will be London. This was his dream, his words. Dubai will be London. And that dream has come true.
Like hundreds of other migrants at the time, looking for economic opportunities, Shroff moved to Dubai and set up a business, the Regal Group.
I came here with the intention to become something.
Dubai has always sought foreign investment and expertise and labor to help with its various projects all throughout its history. But when oil prices started to go up, Dubai started to build its port infrastructure, its hotel and tourism infrastructure. Its native population was just far too small to handle this, so it had to import labor from India, from Pakistan, from Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, even North Korea.
Set up in 1952, dealing in wholesale and fine fabrics, the Regal Group soon became one of the UAE's largest textile companies. Today it is run by Vashu's son Raju.
वो blue वाला दिखा दो. Life used to be around the creek because that was the center point of Dubai's activity. The goods would come in, go through the creek, get offloaded here, and then re-exported. That's why Dubai today is such a big re-export zone, because it became a hub for re-export.
As Dubai's economy evolved, so did Raju's business. 6 decades later, his family business has diversified from purely textiles to satellite TV, security systems, and even real estate.
If you look at Dubai's involvement over a period of time, from a trading hub to a technical hub to a logistics hub, we're also adapting ourselves to what is the new challenges, what are the new demands that the markets are looking at, and we are evolving as the city is evolving together.
The earlier entrepreneurs, the family businesses, those are the ones that created Dubai as a business and commerce and trading hub. So that's in the DNA of the people from Dubai.
The Mehebi family has been a mainstay of Dubai's business community for over 8 decades.
I remember growing up, who would have believed that Dubai would become what it is today? It was unimaginable. So that really broke the glass ceiling about what, as an Emirati, what as a community, what as a region can be achieved.
The Emirati logistics company has grown and prospered alongside Dubai's own evolution, agile enough to adapt where others fell by the wayside.
Outsourcing was the way to the future. So we decided to move in that space, to create a company that was strong, to be one of the first to fill a niche.
Mehebi partners with global brands such as L'Oreal, McDonald's, Nestlé and Subway, and has expanded its reach across the Middle East and into Africa.
This sort of like emphasis on family businesses who become more corporate and grow and become conglomerates has really driven the Dubai economy.
Families like the Shruffs and the Mehebis laid the foundation of Dubai's economy. They continue to flourish where others have failed because they adapted. But as the city grows and the global economy shifts, new skills are required.
Traditionally, families of the region were merchants. So therefore, it was very, very, very normal. If you were to ask the next generation or the youth growing up, what would you want to be? The automatic response would be, I want to be in business, I want to be a merchant. And that was great for its time.
If you look at what kind of talent Dubai is attracting, earlier you would have the Indian laborer coming in because they had to build the bridges, the roads, the infrastructure. Today they want to build companies. And who are the people who they are attracting? Are the qualified chartered accountants, qualified doctors, qualified lawyers, the service industry people. And that is what people see Dubai as a great base to flourish.
New technologies and new thinking are driving the world's economy. And new people are driving Dubai's latest reinvention. With its glistening skyscrapers, sandy beaches, and expansive shopping malls, Dubai has become one of the world's most visited cities. And thanks to that connectivity, a new wave of migrants are drawn to the city.
Is that beef going on now?
Absolutely, Chef, we're away now.
The main reasons I decided to come to Dubai, and I think it was because it was young, it was exciting, it was lively. Look at what's happening now.
Celebrated British chef Gary Rhodes visited the Emirate for nearly 2 decades before making Dubai his home in 2012.
I wanted to be part of it as it grows, and hence making that big decision. You know, anybody who's going to shut the door on 2 Michelin-star restaurants, you think he must be mad, mad, mad.
For Rhodes, Dubai offers an enticing opportunity.
When I first came 15 years ago, and you know, you'd come up the Sheikh Zayed Road and you couldn't see anything. There was no big buildings. It was almost not quite a desert, but there was very little. I mean, just seeing how it's developing, how it's changing. And that excited me about being here. And also, there's an international market of people. You've got people from all over the world living here, enjoying life here.
Gary Rhodes is just one of many celebrity chefs and global brands who have opened restaurants in Dubai in recent years. High-end eateries and a growing service sector, all catering to the needs of the new wave of skilled and highly mobile workers attracted to the city.
A balanced city that offers entertainment, that offers cultural options, that offers good education, good healthcare is very important to attracting talent and multinationals.
While Dubai is #1 in the region for quality of life, and with tax-free salaries, it competes with other cities to attract the world's best talent.
Dubai is ranked 74th at our rankings at the moment, out of about 230 cities. If you look at the aspects where Dubai can still improve, these are very much around air pollution, public transport, also on the back of the downturn in oil prices and subsequent impact on the economy. But definitely the cost of living is very high.
Dubai is actively trying to overcome these challenges. From placing air pollution monitoring systems throughout the city to appointing a Minister of Happiness.
Don't cry, be happy, I'm Minister of Happiness. I want you to smile.
And launching the world's longest automated rail network in 2009.
We're chucking a lot of money into improving the city on a very rapid pace. Where other cities develop more gradually, Dubai is one of the most proactive from that perspective in the world, and you want to attract people to come here. And if you don't have a good quality of living, the people will typically not come.
The improvements made so far in Dubai and the high standard of living helps people like Ari Keshasholu to entice workers to move to Facebook's regional headquarters.
Besides the work life, you also have a social life, and that's getting stronger by the day, in my personal experience here. And we also hire people from abroad, and when we ask them to move to Dubai, because it's a big office for us, they're usually willing to say yes.
With a regional headquarters opened 5 years ago and over 259 million users in the Middle East and Africa, Facebook is tapping into one of Dubai's competitive advantages: location.
At any point in time, many of our teams are flying around, and it's important for us to be connected to the city, to other cities in the region via an easy flight, and Dubai gives us that.
Facebook is not the only big name to descend on Dubai.
The tech sector is definitely, undeniably growing here. And I've been here 7 years. I could see it with my own eyes, and it's growing fast.
Global giants looking to use the city as a springboard to bigger markets.
The fact that it is in such a central geography, that it is the crossroads of Europe, of Africa, and of Asia, is extremely significant. And that is actually part of the strategy of Dubai.
Facebook is using its expertise to help develop the local talent pool, tapping into one part of the economy that is often underrepresented in the region: women.
Remove the barriers facing women. We've inherited this from the past. They don't need to be in a factory. They don't necessarily even have to be in an office. So we're moving to a world in which technology will allow much more freedom, much more labor mobility, and I think it'll mainly serve women much more than it will serve men. It's removing a big barrier.
Rasha Kashkush is spearheading Facebook's latest online initiative.
We saw that there's a lot of smaller businesses here and startups with huge potential run by women, but they didn't necessarily have the tools and understanding of how to leverage Facebook to the advantage of their business. So She Means Business was brought to the region to do that.
A benefit of the big tech companies based in the city is the impact on local business. The Facebook project has helped around 400 women to boost their trade online, and ambitions to reach around 10,000 women by the end of 2018.
If there was an increase in women's participation in the GCC alone, by 2025 you would increase the economy by $180 billion. So there's definitely room to grow. And we believe that when women do better, economies do better.
Benefiting from the program are sisters Zaina and Rania Kanan, who set up Cherry Cycle in 2014.
Running a startup is very, very hard, and you need that encouragement. You need that people to highlight you, because it really helps you go on and it helps validate what you're doing. I think it's beautiful that companies like Facebook are highlighting people that are doing something different in this region.
The startup takes old bikes, strips them down and renovates them. Working with Facebook has enabled them to look beyond Dubai as a market.
For me, I think we are not our business, and our business is not us. It's a beautiful creation that we've created. So in 5 years, I see the business really in different cities in the world. We definitely want to export this concept abroad. This region has a lot of stories. It has a lot of inspiring people that are working hard, and it would be interesting, as opposed to the norm, to send something abroad instead of importing everything from abroad.
Exporting goods, brands and ideas is a key goal of Dubai's next wave of investment into human capital.
Dubai needs to continue to attract human capital. That is a given, but in order to improve its position, I think it needs to work more on the retention so that people stay here longer. It also needs to make sure that it continues to invest in its higher education R&D facilities, because again, that would allow it to become a lot more well-established and an innovation producer rather than an innovation importer.
In the operating theatres of one of Dubai's oldest hospitals, a breakthrough in medical science.
This is the first time 3D printing is used in the Middle East region. Worldwide, I don't know of any center that they started using this routinely.
A 3D printed organ, a life-size model, and a critical aid for Dr. Yasser Saidi's surgery.
It helped us in doing the removal of this lesion or tumor. If we were planning to go without having this model, the procedure would take much longer.
The model is the brainchild of Sudanese-American Mohammed El Awad, who founded his company Meditative 2 years ago.
We are a company that utilizes 3D printing to improve patient outcomes. It's really the future of healthcare. Do you see 3D printing as a technology that facilitates operations that were previously...
Originally an engineer, the 33-year-old chose to set up his company in Dubai.
In the past decade, you've seen heavy investment in the healthcare sector. So it's made it attractive to companies such as my own and others to come here and invest their time and find real opportunities here.
Last year, the government of Dubai launched its 3D printing initiative. It's a way of developing commercial opportunities for innovators like Mohammed.
Dubai has an incredibly exciting ecosystem in terms of startups. It's pulling in a lot of entrepreneurs from around the region and around the world. It's an attractive place to live, and it's a place where the government really wants to adopt innovative technologies.
Another way Dubai has sought to attract the world's best innovators is through specialized economic free zones, from media to design, healthcare to IT. These free zones are intended to create a place for ideas to flourish and new businesses to form.
The free zones allowed rights freedom of establishment, so you can establish yourself in a free zone, you can own property, you can own your company 100%, you can have your own management, your own people. And as a result of that, that has attracted foreign direct investment.
One of those companies is D2M, a 3D printing company that Mohammed uses to print his medical models.
In our own center, we've done automotive parts, we've done aerospace parts, we've done defense parts, we do parts for education, we do medical products.
Originally based in Greece, Alexander Papantoniou moved his company to the free zone Silicon Oasis in 2011.
When we were looking for possible locations to relocate, Dubai made perfect sense.
Attracted by the infrastructure offered to small businesses.
The ability to set up a company fast and relatively cheaply is quite good. The only question mark that remains is how easy is it to source the trade professionals that you require for your business.
It is becoming easier for people to innovate and set up businesses here. Dubai is also trying to make the shift from importing and consuming innovation to producing innovation. You look at Silicon Oasis, for example. That is an attempt to actually create homegrown innovation. We look forward to seeing disruptive innovation come out of Dubai.
And in D2M's offices, one innovation that is soon to be released has the potential to disrupt a whole industry. A 3D printed horseshoe.
This is unique. No one else is doing it at the moment. There's nothing even close to it in the market.
Robert Stevenson is a farrier at Dubai's Equine Hospital.
Traditionally, we've always used metal shoes and we've nailed them on.
After 21 years in the industry, Robert was looking for a modern solution to an age-old problem.
The trade itself hasn't changed for 2,000 years, essentially. The problem has always been that attaching a metal shoe to a live animal using nails through live tissue has always been detrimental to the animal, essentially. We had to find a way of looking after our high competitive horses that didn't have these risks. We came up with an idea of three-dimensionally scanning their feet and then coming up with a really customised application.
Teaming up with D2M, he uses 3D scanning to create an exact replica of the horse's hoof.
We apply the mould, so the mould to the foot.
The future is to develop it even further by adding sensors into it, especially when it comes to the racing market. You need this because one length more could mean the difference between a $10 million prize or no prize.
A product that, according to Robert, might never have existed if he wasn't based in the city.
Dubai is not that big a place, so you get to meet a lot of very innovative people in a small area.
This is a region that allows you to take even your craziest idea and make it happen. So this solution in the equine market, I don't really think it could come from anywhere else.
From family-run businesses to celebrities.
Very simple, that is the flavour.
Multinationals to budding entrepreneurs. Historically, Dubai has managed to attract people from all over the globe.
The great cities of the world are always highly diversified economies, and they have to reinvent themselves every generation or two to cope with new technologies and to capture new markets.
Dubai's latest reinvention is being led by a new wave of migrants. And this once sleepy village is developing into a global city in less than half a century.
10 years ago, I used to go with executives from the Dubai government to learn from Singapore. And I can assure you that we've come to the point where both of them are learning from each other. I would say it's neck to neck with Singapore, if not even better in some aspects.
In an economy shaped by great cities, Dubai now ranks amongst the world's leaders. Propelled by the 200 nationalities who call this emirate home.